Yo, what is up, guys? We're doing another video for backtesting, and this time we're going to do backtesting all of 2024. So this is going to be week 1. You can see it wouldn't let me do Monday, but we're going to be starting on Tuesday, January 2nd. I'm going to be explaining all the trades I take this year, the ones I fade, how I found my deal, and let's get straight into it. So 4 hour, what do I see? We're obviously trending lower. Looks like we've edged this low and also this major sell side liquidity here. To the hourly, looks like we have a gap here. Oh, also, I'm gonna be doing journaling for every single day, so you guys can see exactly why I'm fading, why I'm taking certain trades. Okay, so right now we're just looking for super bearish. We've edged this 1 hour, so I just want us to open high into this and then just get continuation shorts down to this low resistance here. So 930 adds to liquidity, and we don't end up hitting the 1 hour gap. Okay, we hit this sell side here. Maybe we can get a continuation before we hit this major sell side. Still no, nothing. So now where are we at in price? Daily, maybe we're in a daily gap. You know, we still have this daily gap below, so there's nothing really to distribute price off of. Not really any hourly gaps either. So I'm probably just gonna wait for Cont short. 10 a.m. could give us this 15-minute gap here. So I just want to see us trade into that and get an inversion. Okay, highest time frame, 4 minute. When does this close? In 1 minute. Okay, so we get this 4 minute. Immediately what I see is we don't have any stop hunt, so that's like completely against my rules. We can check if we have an internal. We kind of have an internal one here, but I'd rather have it on the same leg, distributing price down, but we don't have really a clear reaction. And also I'm kind of bending the rules there, so I'd rather just keep it and wait for the stop hunt. Let's check ES. Okay, so ES is also distributing down. We also clearing out some deal lows. And it looks like we've inversed this whole entire expansion leg, so that's obviously a 100% rule breaker to me to take this trade. We have a 4 minute gap that we inverse completely, so obviously I'm gonna need ES to run back to this high, or I'm just not gonna take it at all, because this key level is now like insignificant because ES inversed it, so it's not as strong unless ES has something to support it. We can see this plays out though. I'm still willing to take a continuation. We have this 5 minute gap here. We can see if we can get a continuation off here. Remove that. Okay, so we actually do mitigate this 5 minute right here. And let's check ES. Does ES have a 5 minute? This would be something I've been willing to take because now ES actually has a gap. Sponsored 5 minute gap. Let's check. So we actually have this 15 minute above. So this is kind of a weird scenario. Because technically this is the only move that is sponsored. This, and then this is a new leg of price, so technically this isn't sponsored. So especially since we came so much closer to the 5 minute, the 15 minute, then I'd rather just wait for that to be hit. Okay, so looks like these setups are playing out, but maybe we can get something out of this 15. Okay, so it's already 11 o'clock. So this is gonna be a fade day for me, and I'm gonna go journal and I'll show you guys. Okay, so this is my journal here. So January 2nd, 2024, we did not take a trade on NQ. This is my rating. C, win or loss for the day. It's kind of a mix. Would have been a break-even loss or a win. I'm not sure if I would have gone break-even on any of these setups. Tuesday, January. So the fade reasons I had was ES inverse key level, no stop line, and 5-minute cont with 15-minute above. I'm not really confident in any of these trades. My scenarios here, just open high and then continuation. Pre-market high time frame, mid time frame thoughts. Would like resweep to target the 15-minute bullish or expand lower and get a 15-minute con down to the 4-hour internal low. High time frame 1 hour, or trending lower, disrespecting bullish and respecting bearish. And then we have our first setup here, mechanically unsponsored, and we have a 5-minute con with a 15-minute above with minimum to bare minimum targets. And then the 4-minute fade, because ES inverse the gaps made the expansion lower, bare minimum targets, and no stop hunt. So that's gonna be the explanation for this day, and let's go to the next day. Okay, next day is Wednesday, January 3rd. What do I see? Immediately still continuing this bearish trend, trending towards this low. Is this the daily gap low? Okay, no, we're already in this daily, but we have this lower one. This one looks like it's kind of failing to distribute us. We made this huge rejection wick, and then we're just continuing to displace lower. So 4-hour, what do we see? I'm looking for some gaps. We have this 1-hour gap here. I kind of just want us to make an expansion one. Okay, so we have this expansion leg. This might be my condition, and we also have this one here. So either of those to get tapped into, and then I'd like to see a short. So 9:30 opens higher, lower. Okay, so 30-second. Let's see if we get any entry there. Nothing. Continue skipping. Okay, this looks good. 5 minutes. Okay, so we just inverse the 15 minutes, so this is now no longer valid key level. So I want to see this high at least. Do we have an SMT here or no? Okay, so yes, doesn't have true manipulation either. So I'm just gonna wait for us to hit the higher gap because this key level is no longer valid to use. Chopping around. Still chopping. Okay. Nice. Is this news? Okay, this definitely looks like a news candle. So even though this is a valid step, I'm just gonna fit it just because we have this means we have data at our stop loss. So I'm just gonna wait for that to get swept out. Usually those 10 a.m. candles with wicks on both sides usually mean a news candle. So okay, where is ES at? Okay, so ES hit this 30-minute that it created, and NQ is valid. Okay, nice. This is really good. So we even take out this 15-minute internal high, so that's even more reason, and then we get a huge rejection out of this. Let's see if we have an inversion. No gap. 3-minute. So we have 3-minute. Okay, so the 3-minute is the highest time frame. Oh wait, what about the data? Do we have an SMT there as well? Okay, nice. That's really nice. So double SMT. SMT here, and another one here. So now I'm just gonna wait for this 3-minute to get inversed. Oh, that's such a bad close. I'm probably still gonna take it, just because of my conviction. We didn't hit anything significant. We didn't even sweep out the slow, and we instead just got a break structure here. I don't like how tight my stop loss is, but I think it's gonna be okay. And we're gonna take this just to a 1-to-1 place. Let me just make sure ES didn't take out our DOL yet, but this is really clean, really obvious trend here. We have our daily gap here, and then likely just break even here because this is the daily internal low, and then this is the unmitigated daily. Okay, so really nice close there. Hopefully we can get our 1-to-1. If not, this might be break even. Oof, that actually looks really good. Maybe we get this Okay, so we don't get that one-to-one. We kind of just get edged here, but this is actually a really good trade. Only if we got a better close, this would have been super good. We would have just won this easily. But I'm gonna go journalist and I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so this is the journal for this day. So we did trade NQ 2024. We had at 10 a.m. PO3, as you can see. I read this is set up in A, and then this is just some specifics that I've been adding to see what my win rate can be better with. So just like, do we have a turtle soup in this trade? And then I'm gonna see, does that make my win rate better? And then true manipulation, all that good stuff. So just a bunch of lists that we have that makes the trade better or worse. 3-minute iFVG, we had a duos of data, data low, high time frame alignment, low resistance, imbalance being our daily gap. Break even to a win. This did end up playing out. Short, we were going for 1-to-1 RR. I was very confident in this trade, except for the fact that we had FOMC and a little bit of chop. But these were my pre-market scenarios. We had this daily gap. I would want to see manipulation higher and then a con short towards the daily or get a long off of the daily. Pre-market mid time frame thoughts. I want to use this 15-minute gap. High time frame. We could see this 1 hour gap, but I really wanted to just see this downtrend complete going to this daily gap. These are the other steps that we got. We have this 3-minute short, super good rejection wicks, SMT, double SMT, all areas of rejection taken out. And the mid time frame during this trade, we have this 15-minute SMT and rejection wick, and the higher time frame. Delete everything. Now we're on the Thursday. So far, only one trade on the week. It's not bad, but we did fade a couple of trades. Okay, so instantly this catches my eye. Huge imbalance, obvious trend. Like all you need to do, find your deal is just look where are we trending. Do you see any bullish candles here? Do you see any bullish disrespect here? You only see bearish candles, so we're just gonna continue shorting towards these deals here. 30-minute time frame. We have this nice 30-minute gap. I just want to see a short from this. So a 930 open high into this and target this DOL lower here. Okay, see 930 opens higher. We get the 30-minute gap. Instant reaction. Do we have a 30-second there? Okay, no 30-second. So we'll probably just have this 2-minute. Or this 1 minute, I mean. Oh, is that 1 minute or 2 minute? Okay, so this 2-minute gap. Create a new manipulation leg. We're not trying to inverse this. Maybe we're just trying to generate more liquidity here. Okay. Continuing chop around. Okay, what do we have? So now we have this 5-minute. I think I want to wait for this to reverse. We have this accumulation here. We take it out, stop hunt, and okay, we closed. Okay, nice. We get this closure. Pretty good rejection here. The only thing I am kind of worried about is the low resistance that we built here. Usually on my 5 minutes, I just want to see clear displacing candles. But this one we kind of have a low resistance, so I don't know if 10 a.m. wants to take us out there. Do we have an hourly? Yeah, we also have an hourly here, so 10 a.m. could potentially manipulate us out of that. Let's check where ES is at. Okay, so ES also pretty displacing here. 15 minutes. We have a gap. We don't have any gap on ES, but we do have this 5 minutes, so I'm still good with that. And actually looks like we have an SMT here. So okay, so SMT here. So now, yeah, this makes me way more confident in this. We have SMT here that led to instant displacement, inversing this gap, so we don't have to worry about the low resistance here. And then we have super obvious higher time frame drawn liquidity below here. We do have a bit of a bare minimum targets, but if your stop loss is protected, then we don't really need much targets in a super strong trend like this. And we're probably just gonna go for a 1-to-1 here. We have our stop loss is really protected, so the high time frame can outweigh there. And we also have this accumulation here, so that still kind of counts. And the 930 wick here is still DOL, so we're gonna take that and probably break even here. I think we're in some 4-hour gaps, so let's see how this plays. Oof, okay. A little bit of tight stop loss. Oh my god, no way. Biggest stop hunted. Okay, no. So it looks like we're just choppy day. Yeah, the only thing really bad about this is the lack of low time targets, but I can still see that be argued against. But it looks like we're just gonna rip bullish the rest of the day and ignore this deal. But let's just go and journal this, and I'll show you guys. Okay, so this is the journal for this day here. So we did trade NQ 2024 930 PO3. It was kind of a Judas swing here, but with the 5-minute we have our specifics. So just some little things like we didn't hit the internal low. It was a PDI con. We had an internal SMT. The high time frame wasn't ranging, so we were trending lower. 5-minute inversion. All of our GLs here, and we did take a loss on this trade, but my notes were that I think it's solid. I just kind of noticed that ES hit a 4-hour with no further draws, but I was expecting NQ to keep going, so I think it was fine. And pre-market scenarios, right here we have this 15-minute time frame, open higher into this 30-minute, so exactly what I wanted we ended up taking, so let's follow my plan. 15-minute, wanted to see a Judas lower till the huge no NWOG here, and then high time frame, super bearish bias, disrespecting everything on the left, and trending towards the new WOG here. And that is the journal for today, and let's go to the next day. This is the last day of the first week of 2024, so let's get straight into it. Okay, so really obvious, we hit this new WOG and we displaced off of it, so now there's nothing below us, and I just want to see some longs here. Do we have any unfilled gaps? We're in this 4-hour, I mean. We have some buy side liquidity here. Looks like we have a little bit of low resistance here. We have a 15. Yeah, so our stop loss is super high resistance, and we have this 15-minute opening and a bunch of high time frame low resistance here. So I just want to see a 930 open low into this 5-minute gap, or I can also see, or open low into this 15-minute gap, or I could also see a potential short to this unnegative 15-minute. Looks like we're getting that right now. And we also take out the buy side liquidity. We don't really have a clean inversion, like this entire leg is the inverse. I think just okay, yeah, we already made this 5 minutes, so no reason short, and I'm not gonna take this long either because it's an unsponsored 5-minute with the 15-minute below, so just a pretty low probability trade. Even if it plays out, I won't even be mad. Okay, it kind of looks like a choppy break even or something here. Again, just still nothing here. Let's check. Yes, okay, yeah, this 5-minute short as well. That's just targeting high resistance. Like you have this 5-minute internal high, internal with nothing past it. So you're just taking a pattern trade there. ES is also trending super heavily. I'm just gonna wait till we hit a 15-minute gap. Here we just don't have any reason to go higher without a 15-minute gap because our higher time frame objectives need higher time frame manipulation. At least within my model, then that's what I need for a higher probability and higher win rate. I'm just gonna skip through these candles. Oh my god, if we have a 15-minute, that'd be so clean. 15-minute and 5 minutes. Oof, yeah, these such a good trade. If you get this 30-second, yeah, that's AMD here, manipulation AMD here. Yeah, if we had a 15-minute, I would 1,000,000% take this, but I'm not gonna take it. skip through. Okay, yeah, so we're just completely shopping around this whole entire day. Is that another 5 minute count? Yeah, okay, so no trade day. Obviously, we're just not hitting any type of gaps. Price action isn't necessarily bad, it's just no opportunity here. But it's already 11 o'clock, so we're just going to go ahead and journal this day. Okay, so this is the journal, January 5th, the Friday. So we did not take a trade. I give this day around like a C or something. Not the best quality setups, but they did end up winning. Um, reason for fading was 5 minute count with 15-minute below, so that's the only reason that I had. And these are my scenarios. So just open low into the 15-minute or open high into the 1 hour internal high and then short to the 15-minute. Pre-market thoughts. So I wanted to have this 15-minute bullish and 4 hour internal high as my condition and seek this buy side liquidity. Higher time frame, you can see that we hit this N log here and we're just really bullish. We're displacing heavily through here. So shorting is not really optimal because this is mainly high resistance here. First trade, the 5 minute short, super obvious, super short, super obvious fade. The 5 minute internal low is high resistance because we already mitigated it, so there's no reason for a rebalance. And this 30-second RFG, this would be super A plus if we got it, but it is from an unsponsored 5 minute with a 15-minute below, so I just don't really want to take this. And same thing with this other 5 minute count that we had. And overall, that is the whole week. So we did end up taking 2 trades.